July 15th, 2022. Coming up on the program today, Pussy Juice is the hot fragrance of 2022. Plus, bottling the stink of a mature woman, a self-defense fuck attack by your stepbrother, and a white privilege card is an acceptable form of ID in Alaska.
I'm sorry, let me do it again. I will always love you. Oh, fuck. All right. And I will always love you.
Show with Tim Henson.
Hi, Galileo 2333. Like a little fucking 8-year-old retarded kid.
I'm not gonna fight for my country. I just want to smoke my weed, man.
Wait a minute. Yes! Timothy James Henson back here with you one more time as we end the week with the Friday show. Got a great one for you today. We begin by revisiting the past, kind of. Everything old is new again. You may have heard that before, but it's kind of true. Fads come and go and then come back. Things that were popular and fell out of favor become popular again. It's giving me hope that Distorted View might just be my ticket to stardom. It's not too late for me yet, freaks. I'm gonna be something. I'm gonna walk again. Doctor says I need crutches. Hey, if what I'm saying is true, even that bad actor might get a second shot at stardom.
I ain't gonna walk again.
Well, maybe he won't get a second chance.
Not even on crutches.
By the way, I know this clip is old as shit, but I start watching it and I lose my mind all over again. Here this kid is, this classically trained acting student from the Juilliard School, right? He's recording an audition for Stanley Kubrick for Full Metal Jacket. It takes him 2 minutes to even get into the audition. He talks about how great of a school Juilliard is.
A 20-year-old from the theater center of the Juilliard.
The theater center. Like, that's not his real voice, right? He's doing that fake acty voice.
Cool.
Yes, I am a student at the Juilliard School of Acting.
Perhaps the finest acting institution in the world. I say that not as a statement of conceit, but humbly as a simple fact.
Yeah.
You will view many different faces, see many people.
Oh, Lord.
Some faces more attractive than mine, others not quite as attractive.
Yes.
You
Some will be taller, some will be shorter than me. Some will have blonde hair, some will have black hair. Some, like me, will have brown hair. Like, yeah, he's a director, a famous director. He knows that he's going to see all types of different people. It's Stanley fucking Kubrick. Or Kubrick.
Some faces more attractive than mine, others not quite as attractive. You will find in me the finest actor in the lot.
See, that is a bold declaration and one that he simply does not back up. But still, he's not even getting into the audition. As if all of that isn't off-putting enough. Then he sort of insults Stanley.
Since I'm paying a great deal to say whatever I like to Stanley Kubrick, one of the greatest directors of all time, although not quite as good as Michael Curtiz, the director of The Seahawk.
You could have just ended it with one of the best directors in the world. Yes, you're the great Stanley Kubrick, but you're chicken shit compared to the great Michael Bay, director of a little film called The Transformers. That one single film, that cinematic masterpiece, grossed more at the box office than your entire collection of artsy-fartsy schlock. But that being said, big fan, and I would love to be cast in Full Metal Jacket. I mean, come on, stroke the director's ego a little bit here.
My favorite composer is Erich Wolfgang Korngold. When I was 12 years old, I won a spaniel puppy for 50 cents, and my favorite color is green. Also, I'm a Trekkie.
I mean, think about how many of these audition tapes Stanley Kubrick had to watch in order to cast this film. Do you really think he's gonna spend fucking 7 minutes listening to Brian, a teen here, regale us with tales of how he won a puppy at a state fair and what his favorite color is? When casting the part of Private Joker, I always assumed the actor's favorite color would be blue. But then I saw an audition tape from a young Brian, a teen, whose favorite color was green. And I thought, I must have him. He must be in my picture, for he truly knows who the character of Private Joker is. A young man whose favorite color is green and who once won a puppy at a state fair for 50 cents. He brought some reality to the character. Thank God I stumbled upon that audition tape. And thank God he was classically trained at Juilliard. He was a true professional on set. All right, Brian Atteen was not cast in the movie, and he remains unknown to this day. I mean, he's kind of known by internet trolls, people making memes out of this shitty audition tape. All right, but that's neither here nor there. I'm sorry, I got off track. What was I saying now? Oh, yes, everything old is new again. Today, we're talking about the TikTok trend of vabbing. For those of you boomers who don't understand what I'm talking about, get with the program, Gramps. You shouldn't even be listening to the show. You should get off the internet. Go mow the lawn or something. Whatever you old people do. Us, kids, will be sharing our Instas and sliding into DMs and TikToking our snaps. Right? Fellow dudes and dudettes. That's how kids refer to one another, right? Totally radical. Listen, if you don't know what vabbing is, I don't blame you. Vabbing is the TikTok trend of taking your hand, putting it in your pants, rubbing it on and in your pussy lips, getting some of your vaginal secretions, pulling out your hand and dabbing it behind your ears. You know, like perfume. It's obviously a merge of the words vagina and dabbing. It's vabbing. And it's gross, man. According to just a random article I pulled up here after Googling vabbing, vabbing is the practice of dabbing your vaginal secretions onto your body and using it as perfume. According to some TikTok users, they're convinced it helped you attract potential partners, and somehow it's actually worked for some. The Urban Dictionary even has an entry. Vabbing is when you stick your lady fingers in between your lady lips and put your lady juices behind your lady ears so that people want to sex your lady box.
Pussy juice.
Exactly. You know, when we first played Alexis K. Tyler and I isolated these pussy juice clips,
Pussy juice!
I could have never imagined how many times I would be playing them as a sound drop here on the show and it make perfect sense. Like, it fits perfectly. I'm literally talking about pussy juice. It's funny how life works out that way. Anyway, even though vabbing is a relatively new phenomenon, listeners of Distorted View Daily were early to the party, of course. We're always on the cutting edge of trends. Decades before vabbing was a thing, I introduced you to Vulva.
Vulva Original, worldwide unique.
I love when my bitches talk like Yoda. Yes, Vulva unique, worldwide it is. Oh my God.
Vulva Original. It's a Beguile vaginal scent. It's not a perfume. Purely a substance made for your own smelling pleasure.
For some people, maybe. I would not be beguiled.
The vial is shaken gently. Only a tiny amount of the precious organic substance is applied onto the back of the hand.
She's like the foreign version of me. You know how I can't pronounce words that are obviously foreign? She can't pronounce words in English. Vaginal, organic? Come on, honey. Learn the language.
Fiction has become reality, carrying around the vaginal scent to enjoy erotic fantasies anytime and anywhere.
And she does mean anywhere. A parent's funeral? Sure, take a hit on pussy juice. Earlier today, I was watching that released footage from the Uvalde school shooting. You know, where like the police are just sort of standing around checking their cell phones while kids scream, being shot at. I was taking a hit on pussy juice. Literally, anytime, anywhere, you can smell
pussy juice.
That's the magic of Vulva Worldwide Original Beguile Organic Scent. This really was the original Vabbing. Again, we featured this, 2010, 12. I don't know how long ago it was. Many, many years ago. I've got some exciting news, though. Inexplicably, the Vulva Original website still exists. They're still selling the pussy juice. And most exciting of all, they've released a new scent.
Pussy juice!
I can't believe it either. There's demand for this stuff. So what could the new scent be? I mean, pussy juice is pussy juice, right? No, not all pussy juice is created equal. Now you can buy the pussy juice of Asians. The pussy juice... the pussy juices of black women. No, that would be racist and wrong. Although I wonder if there are differences in the scent of pussy juice based on your ethnicity. I mean, I know we're all humans, but, there's slight differences. And, there are other outside factors, right? Like, Asian women eat more fucking fish or something. I don't know. All that goddamn squid and kimchi might affect your pH balance and make your pussy juice, saltier or something. I don't know. Brinier. I'm not a scientist. Regardless, Vulva does not break down their pussy juice offerings by race. I would like to see that, though. No, the new scent, Vulva comes in Vulva Original, Worldwide Organic, Beguilement, and new, spicy, Vulva Mature, the pussy juice of an old woman. I have to think this is going to cost more. It's going to cost more, and you're going to get less, because squeezing pussy juice out of an old, dried-up beef jerky cunt has got to take a lot of time and effort. I bet you new processes had to be invented. Some sort of, goddamn reverse osmosis process or something. Like, maybe they had to, you have to steam the pussy. Like, they stick a pussy in a big, heated, enclosed environment, try to get that area humid, and then get the moisture out of the air, surrounding the pussy. I don't know. I bet there's a lot of science involved, I'm guessing. Let's take a look here. We already know what the original vulva is all about. Clicking on Vulva Mature reveals a page here that reads, the exciting scent of a vagina of a self-confident lady for a gentleman's experienced nose. Only for a short time. Yeah, this is a limited edition scent. It's the erotic intimate scent of a dominant woman as an aphrodisiac for your own smelling pleasure, also for the shy men. Unique lust-enhancing agent for men and women, pure scent to stimulate the senses. Getting a little more specific here, Vulva Mature is the erotic and natural overall smell from the intimate zone of a real MILF, a mature dominant lady. It embodies the intimate scent of femininity in all its all-embracing beauty. An exciting scent pheromone mixture with a focus on the vulva, in all caps, consisting of intense scent of a vagina, spicy, didn't I call it spicy just a second ago? I called that. Spicy, intimate body odor. Ew. Thinking of body odor as spicy, that's not appealing to me in the least. It's described as a subtle, indecent perfume note. I don't know what the hell that means. As close to real sex as with hardly any other sex toy. Easy to use. Briefly shake the vial. Simply and discreetly apply a tiny amount of the organic substance to the back of the hand. The longer the exposure time, the better the irresistible vaginal or vaginal aroma of a mature, unfolds and brings every olfactory gourmet into sexual English is not their first language. Brings every olfactory gourmet into sexual desires in the first row of his own personal head cinema. This reads like a bad Sextastic Tuesday story. I want more ad copy from the Vulva people. All right, so there's a gourmet of sexual desire in the row of his own personal head cinema. Smell and enjoy a new and more exciting kind of solo sex. Can be ideally combined with masturbators and sex dolls, a risk-free alternative to an affair. At a single daily use, Vulva Mature will last for several months. Heading on over to the shop, I see a Vulva Original cost about $50. The Mature Limited Edition version is only $40. I was wrong. Although there's no information on how much you get. The Mature version might cost less, but you might get less cunt oil as well. But there you go. That is Vulva Original. They're still selling. I can't believe it. Truly, the original vabbing. Oh, yeah, speaking of vabbing, I've got a couple TikToks here of women discussing vabbing, talking about vabbing.
I am about to go vab right now. It's almost 11 p.m. and it's with a guy that I used to see and date, so we'll see if he notices anything or if he acts any differently than he normally does. I'll keep you guys posted.
Well, she does give us an update the next day as she's driving home from his place.
Could have been the vab. It could have been this ass. The world will never know.
Yeah, pussy juice never fails. Here's one more example, just to prove to you this is a trend on TikTok.
Hey guys, so I saw this trend on TikTok called Vabbing. I'm not going to explain it, so
it's vabbing, like dab, vaginal and dabbing.
I'm not going to explain it so I don't get banned. But since I'm going out tonight, I'm going to try it. So let's see what happens. All right, you guys, the vapping is complete.
All right, let's see if vabbing resulted in her getting some cock.
So I would say the vapping was successful. I think we had about 3 men approach us. One man offered me a free drink, which I declined, and then a friend also got me a free drink. So I would say it worked.
Be careful out there, guys. This is a warning. Women are using dirty tricks to get you to buy them drinks and stuff. They're waltzing into these clubs reeking of cunt. It's not fair. Well, there you go. A little bit on vabbing, vulva, and new Vulva Mature. It's quite beguiling. Moving on now. Now, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I did want to mention it very briefly. I have been warning of the monkey future. The monkey future! Okay. All right. That's quite enough. Everyone gets the idea. So the monkeys have really seemed to lodge an attack. They've gone on the offensive in the form of a biological weapon. Monkeypox! I'm sorry? Monkeypox! Right. Is that scary enough for you? Yeah, monkeypox has been in the news, I don't know, for a couple weeks now, maybe a month. I gotta be honest with you, freaks. I have tuned it all out. I know I should be paying attention to this because, you know, I'm the monkey future guy. But I'm done with plagues and viruses for a while. I'm maxed out in the I don't give a shit department anymore. If some new disease or illness wants to come and wipe us all out, go right ahead. You win. I don't know anything about monkeypox. I mean, I've heard of a few things here and there. I heard it's like transmissible through skin-to-skin contact. And a lot of gay sex is transmitting monkeypox. For a while, they were calling it the new gay plague, which is awesome. We need more reasons to hate gay people now.
Don't get AIDS.
Well, you know, that's the plan. But I got a lot on my plate now. I got to look out for AIDS, got to look out for monkeypox, COVID, herpes. There's just a lot I need to be dodging. Something's got to give. Today, I was, on TikTok, minding my own business. Looking for shirtless dudes gay baiting. That's the type of content I'm into. Don't you fucking judge me. Anyway, I ran across, just scrolling, someone talking about monkeypox, and it got me kind of concerned. Again, I thought monkeypox could be transmitted through, from anyone, swapping spit or fluids. And I didn't think monkeypox was that big of a deal, honestly. I thought like, oh, you get the flu. It's flu-like symptoms. Or you get a rash or a couple of bumps that itch, like chickenpox. Apparently, it's much more than that, and I'm starting to think that it is affecting gay people only. Take a listen to this guy.
The anal rectal pain from a monkeypox lesion.
Anal rectal pain. That's something that happens when you get monkeypox. You get lesions on your asshole. Certainly sounds like that's targeting homosexuals. Who else typically suffers from rectal pain? That's a gay thing. Now, I'm wondering, is that because that's where the virus was introduced? Like the cum that was shooting in your asshole that contained the monkeypox? So that's where the sores first appeared? I need someone smart to do some research. Haley's Comet, look into this anal rectal thing.
The anal rectal pain from a monkeypox lesion can be one of the most brutal pains you've ever felt in your entire life.
Oh, great. More wonderful news.
I have guys from all over the world who...
These are guys who, like, take fists in their asshole, and they're saying this hurts in their butt.
Be one of the most brutal pains you've ever felt in your entire life. I have guys from all over the world who've told me that narcotics don't even touch it sometimes. It's like having a ruptured appendix down there.
Crystal meth loosens up your butthole.
Okay, well, that may be true, Roy Killer War. Crystal meth may loosen up the butthole, but it's not going to soothe your anal lesions. When crystal meth let you down, you know this is fucking serious.
Like having a ruptured appendix down there. One follower said something that really helped him with the pain and also make the lesions dry up faster and crust up and fall off faster.
Dry up. Anal lesions drying up, crusting up. I don't like any of the words coming out of this guy's mouth.
Pain and also make the lesions dry up faster and crust up and fall off faster was he made a rock salt solution with table salt or rock salt in water and let it all dissolve, and then he put it in a little plastic tub and sat in it for about 15 minutes, and it really seemed to take away his pain. It dried up the lesions faster, they crusted over faster. He would then get out of the little plastic tub and dry off with a cool fan because there's
my God, he's bending over in front of the air conditioner.
Fan, because there's a lot of moisture down there, and those lesions weep a lot. The more you know.
I want to die. You know what? I'm going to continue to bury my head in the sand and just hope that Lord Douche isn't cheating on me, fucking around and catching monkeypox. I choose to remain ignorant on this subject. Thank you. Continuing now with the sexy content, E-Fucked is back with some bad porn acting. Incest edition.
Ping.
Nice. Legally, this is like the fake incest. It's like, oh, you're my stepsister. Regardless, it is bad acting. In this first clip, we've got a brother teaching his sisters self-defense. What happens when a man tries to attack you or rape you? This guy's really getting into the part of the aggressor. Not only does he tackle his sister, he's got his dick out while he's doing it. Penis is jetting out of his pants through the zipper. I mean, you know how it is when you're roughhousing with your sister, right? We've all been there. All right, let's take a listen here.
Let's go. Hey, take me to Pound Town, bro. Show me what you got. You got her.
All right.
Come on, Kenzie.
He grabs her. She cannot break free. He throws her to the floor.
Fight him. You had to fight him.
Fight him off.
No, come on!
She's doing a really bad job of fighting off the aggressor / her brother. The brother pulls down her pants completely, exposing her ass and pussy.
No! Come on! No! Come on!
This is fucked up. I mean...
Why did you stop?
What do you mean this is fucked up? You did it! You pulled her pants!
This is fucked up. I mean...
Why did you stop? You're supposed to be attacking me. Fucking attack me.
Her pussy's out. And
this is a real
weird.
life experience. Don't be such a fucking wimp. Fucking attack me. Stop being such a wimp all the time.
Oh my god! His dick is inside of you!
It's okay, he's just my stepbrother.
Yeah, it's perfectly normal. The next scene is a guy in the kitchen fucking a watermelon.
That's what we call it, the watermelon hole. Fill them pipes, bitches.
Okay, I guess we're calling it the watermelon hole. This guy's stepsister walks in. I think this is the first time they're meeting. Just awkward, right?
Why the fuck are you fucking our fruit?
No. Wait. I can explain.
Hi, I'm Winter, your stepsister.
Please, don't tell anyone I was fucking fruit.
This girl is most definitely not an evil stepsister because not only does she keep his secret, she also gives a helping hand. Helping mouth.
Wow, that feels way better than the watermelon.
That's what we call it, the watermelon hole.
That's absolutely right. This next clip is like one of those Law and Order SVU episodes. No one's getting raped, but it's like a story ripped from the headlines. There's been a lot of talk recently about trans people playing sports. Well, in this scene, a sister was kicked out of cheerleading.
I can't believe they outed me. I can't believe they told everybody.
She's confiding to her brother here, who's lying on his bed.
I'm so ashamed of myself. I can't believe that I can't cheerlead anymore. They hate me, and it's all because of this.
And she whips out her big fat dick. Ta-da! That acting, by the way, is exquisite. I can't believe I can't be a cheerleader anymore. And it's all because of this. I haven't seen an actor express this type of range in a performance since Denise Richards, or maybe even a Heather Graham. You know, shitty actresses like that.
If it comes down to a choice between this cock and cheerleading, it's gotta go.
Oh, don't get rid of that beautiful cock of yours.
No!
The brother agrees. He's enamored with it too.
If it comes down to a choice between this cock and cheerleading, it's gotta go.
No! You can't do that!
Chad, they said as long as I have a dick, I can't cheerlead. What am I supposed to do?
You cannot get rid of that cock. It's your very essence of being. It's what made you the best cheerleader in the state.
How did a dick make her cheerlead good?
But Chad,
I guess maybe the other cheerleaders had something to grab onto when they were in that pyramid, steady themselves.
But Chad, they said that if I have a cock, I can't be on the team. Only genetic girls are allowed.
The times, they're changing.
You hear that, Matt Gaetz? You hear that, Ted Cruz?
And in a couple of years, there's going to be nothing but transsexual cheerleaders.
Well,
you really think so, Chad?
I know so. Don't you dare do anything with this cock.
He just grabbed it. He's holding on to it. I'm afraid what might happen next.
Well, then suck it.
Well, that's exactly what happens next. All right, well, if you want to see that, and it is quite an eyeful, along with other examples of bad acting and incest pornography, check out eFuck's new video over there at efuck.com. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist. I love doing Distorted View Daily, but I can only continue this with your support. Become a true and honorable freak today by signing up for the Sideshow, DV's member site, where you gain full access to the entire archive of programs. I've been at this since December 2004. Distorted View is tried and true. I've been featuring the worst the internet has to offer for, 20 years? Almost 20 years? I feel like at this point, DV should be considered an institution, an online institution. The kind of institution you lock up mental people in. The criminally insane. Sign up, become a member of the Sideshow today. Memberships are very inexpensive, only $6.99 a month. Even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. You don't just gain access to the archives. Every week I do brand new Sideshow exclusive podcasts. Yesterday was a Sideshow exclusive episode, and earlier in the week on Tuesday we did one. Typically we do 2 Sideshow episodes every week, so there are just tons and tons of past exclusive shows for you to explore. Superfreaksideshow.com, all major credit cards and PayPal accepted. Thank you to all of my Sideshow members. Again, you are the reason this show continues. One other way to help DV out monetarily, we've got a Patreon account. Patreon.com/distortedview. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. Every little bit helps. If you pledge at least $5, you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. As many of you know, I'm typically about 3 to 4 months behind on voicemails. I'm working on catching up, but if you want to hear your voicemail in a timely fashion, typically like the same day or the very next day, you can pledge $5 over there at patreon.com/distortedview. Okay, 3 very quick stories now. First up, when you get pulled over, because you're speeding or you didn't stop at a light or something, what does the police typically ask for? Your ID and your insurance, registration, something like that. One woman gave the police everything he was asking for, kind of. She couldn't find her driver's license. She thankfully had her white privilege card. And believe it or not, it worked out for her pretty well. An investigation has been launched after a person believed to be an Anchorage, Alaska police officer was shown in a photo with a woman in town for a Donald Trump rally, flashing a novelty white privilege card. The social media post caused concerns about racial equality in Alaska. I'm sorry, I can't say that with a straight fucking face. Racial equality in Alaska? There's no black people in Alaska. It's all white people and maybe some Eskimos, or whatever we're supposed to call Eskimos now. Mimi Israeli claimed, well, that doesn't sound like a white person's name. Mimi Israeli claimed in a Facebook post that she was pulled over for weaving at 3:43 a.m. while driving to a pizzeria in Anchorage. Everyone knows, for authentic Italian pizza, you go right to Anchorage, Alaska. And not just any pizza parlor, the one that's opened at 4 in the morning. Can't imagine what the hell that tastes like. Whatever. I'm sure most people who go to that pizzeria at 3:30 in the morning are completely wasted out of their mind. Anything tastes good. All right. She was driving to a pizzeria in Anchorage after arriving on an early morning flight from California for Trump's rally Saturday to support local Republican candidates that he's backed. Who the fuck does this? Like, hardcore Trump supporters are insane. You live in California, but you're going to travel to Alaska to support a candidate that Trump has backed. Why? What a waste of time. Officer Bo asked for her driver's license, but she couldn't find it. She wrote on Facebook, "When I saw my white privilege card," of course she has one of those, I gave it to him and I asked if it's okay. He laughed and called his partner. It's their first time to see a white privilege card. The top of the novelty card reads, "White privilege card trumps everything." Now, to be fair, Israeli in her Twitter biography describes herself as of Filipino origin. So, the Trump card the white privilege card is just a fun thing. Come on, everyone needs to lighten up. A video apparently taken by Israeli of the encounter has been reposted on Twitter. 2 officers are seen standing outside of her car window. She asks one, "You like my white privilege card?" The unidentified officer says, "That's hilarious." In the Facebook comment shown at the end of the video, someone asked if she received a ticket. She replied, "Nope." The original Facebook post has been deleted, but screenshots of the video appear on social media. It's not immediately clear if disciplinary action would be taken against officers involved or if a citation was actually issued to the woman. Celeste Hodge Groden, president of the Alaska Black Caucus. That's got to be a lonely job. An advocacy group for black people and indigenous people of color, said, "When you're not able to recognize black lives, you just don't get to all lives." There's got to be a better way to put that, one that, makes sense. I guess she's not used to speaking to the press. I doubt anyone's looking to speak to the president of the Alaska Black Caucus. Let me read that again. When you're not able to recognize black lives, you just don't get to all lives. Wow, put that on a bumper sticker. Hodge Groden said she was disappointed by the picture. She also wants to know what the consequences were for the woman if she didn't have her driver's license and was weaving while driving. I mean, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Is there anything to hit? If you're driving in Alaska drunk, I don't think anyone's in any real danger. Hit a snowbank or two. BFD. Anchorage Police Sergeant Jeremy Conkling, president of the Anchorage Police Union, said the officers involved have been served with a notice of investigation. Conkling said he knew little about the situation and couldn't say how many officers were being investigated. When the investigation is complete, Hodge Grodin said the results should be made public. The takeaway from this story, at least for me, is I want one of those white privilege cards. I mean, think about that unbeatable combination. I will have a white privilege card. I've got the N-word card that allows me to say the N-word given to me by listeners. I've got the Jew card given to me by Jewish listeners. It's like I'm playing some sort of 4D Uno. You can't beat me. I've got skips, reverses, draw twos, white privilege, N-word cards, wild card, draw fours. I mean, I'm unbeatable. You don't even try, bro. I'm unbeatable. All right, second story we have for you today comes from Boston, Massachusetts. After numerous delays, jury selection for Victor Pena, the man accused of kidnapping and raping a Boston woman in 2019. No, I have the worst studio audience. They're all assholes. All right, so yes, jury selection was finally underway this past Wednesday. When the accused appeared on the Zoom call, he did so naked. That's right, he flashed his cock. He also made some rude gestures. Not cool, man. The potential jurors were led out of the courtroom, which is funny because this guy was on a Zoom call. Just turn off the screen. You know how they make the jurors leave. Okay, the potential jurors were led out of the courtroom and later dismissed by the judge before a new pool was brought in. The lewd incident comes a day after Pena was removed from the courtroom for continual verbal outbursts. Yeah, I was wondering why it was a Zoom call. Thought we were back to doing stuff in person, but apparently this guy was just a giant dick. The 42-year-old man was first arrested in 2019 after allegedly kidnapping and raping a 23-year-old Boston woman. See, I told you he was a dick. I don't lie to you. Prosecutors allege that Pena abducted the woman outside of a bar after she spent a night with friends before bringing her back to his Charleston apartment. After police found the woman at Pena's apartment, a 3-day manhunt ensued for the suspect. 3 jurors were eventually seated Wednesday, bringing the total to 5 out of a needed 16 participants. Seems like this is probably going to take a while. Officials said jury selection continued on Thursday. I don't have an update for you, so I don't know how many jurors they've finally selected, but stick with Distorted View. I'll probably never mention this story again. Final story we have for you today. This is something I am mentioning again. I don't remember if this happened to be on a Sideshow exclusive podcast or if this was on an episode for everyone, but recently on the show, I have featured some allegations against one of our favorites, Jesse Lee Peterson.
It's amazing.
Really? You think they're amazing? Well, they are kind of amazing allegations. Several men have come forward and said Jesse is a great big homosexual. And these are guys that have appeared on broadcasts and stuff with Jesse Lee Peterson for years. We played clips from a documentary, and I'm using air quotes because this wasn't a unbiased David Attenborough narrated documentary. No. This was a hit piece on Jesse Lee Peterson, but it was produced by a Christian right-wing organization that worked with Jesse Lee Peterson in the past up until a month ago. They said they found out about this. They did some research, and Jesse Lee is a big homosexual, and they don't want any part of him. Beta! His words, not mine. So the reason why I'm bringing this up today is because the media is starting to catch wind and write stories about Jesse Lee Peterson. This one comes from the Daily Beast, which I don't really know a lot about. I think they definitely are not, I don't know, a respected, like an institutional news outlet, like the Washington Post or Wall Street Journal or New York Times or whatever. But still, the Daily Beast has been around for a long time. It's a step up from tabloids, so it's legit enough for me to use as a source. According to the Daily Beast, in the hyper-masculine right-wing internet community known as the manosphere, I've never ran across that word, few figures loom larger than Jesse Lee Peterson. The Los Angeles-based pastor and online host has become a star in the conservative media, in part for his demands that men and women return to his unorthodox version of traditional gender norms. Peterson, I didn't even know that. I want the audio clip of this, by the way. Peterson claims that a woman who orgasms during sex is somehow becoming a man, a practice he frowns upon. I don't know why men's goal is to give woman an orgasm. It don't make no sense. You know, it should all be about ejaculating. I love coming. He's also emerged as one of the right's most vocal anti-gay figures. He claimed that people who march in gay pride parades are the children of Satan, and the radical homosexuals are evil. Well, now Peterson's one-time friends allege that the pastor's own personal life is rife with gay sexual relationships. That don't make me a homosexual. Gay sex is not the same as being a homosexual. All right, two of Peter's former male associates came out in June with on-the-record interviews saying they engaged in sexual activity with him, while other men say he propositioned him. These allegations about the pastor, who in public is staunchly heterosexual, have ripped like an earthquake through the manosphere, prompting some of Peterson's allies to abandon him and prompting one manosphere conference to ban him. The allegations against Peterson broke into the public view in June when Church Militant, a radical right-wing Catholic website that once hosted hate figure Milo Yiannopoulos, released a nearly 30-minute investigation into Peterson called Amazing Disgrace. Amazing. In that video, a Church Militant reporter interviewed two men who alleged having sexual contact with Peterson. We played this on the show. We went over this entire video. Go back and listen to that or become a Sideshow member. Great content as always. Amazing. I said it at the time, and I think I may have mentioned it before on the podcast, but Jesse Lee Peterson, he does sort of give me gay vibes. You know, I always felt a little something about him. Not for him, but about him. The video prominently features someone named Rooney, who frequently appeared on TV and online shows with Peterson for decades. Peterson, who is black, once praised Rooney on his show as one of the smartest white men this side of heaven. But in the Church Militant video, Rooney alleges their relationship went further than friendship after Peterson sexually approached him in 2005. Next thing you know, he's ripping his clothes off, Rooney said. Rooney claims the two men had a roughly 10-year sexual relationship after the first incident until Rooney, who is married to a woman, the whole time he was married to a woman, broke off the relationship and confessed the affair to his wife. Talk about being a bit of complicating matters is that Rooney says he doesn't have any emails, nor text, or even recordings that could prove the allegations. Quote, Jesse Lee Peterson is a very smart person. He's a shy person. He's not going to leave a lot of extraneous evidence out about what he does. The news story goes on to mention other men who have had relationships with Jesse Lee Peterson, reportedly. In the video we played on the show, some of those guys would actually try to confront Jesse. Like they would find Jesse leaving his studio and be like, hey, tell everyone about all the gay sex you're having, Jesse. How you wanted to suck my dick. Tell him that. But, of course, Jesse Lee remained silent. Now, I've been keeping tabs on Jesse Lee Peterson. You know I keep tabs. And I figured at some point Jesse would release a statement or talk about this on his show. He's been pretty tight-lipped, and the Daily Beast confirmed that. Peterson, who is not married, has mostly avoided responding to the allegations. In late June, a caller to his online show managed to break through. Jesse Lee did not post that clip online or took it off because, he lied. He told the producer, I want to talk to Jesse Lee about how great Trump is or something, and then they put him through and the caller said, I'm just kind of confused. Why haven't you addressed the issue of the gay documentary? And Jesse responded, it's not concerning to me. And then called her a wicked woman. I need a sound clip of Jesse Lee saying that. I got a clip of him calling guys beta males and women wicked women. That would be great. Well, I'm hoping as more news outlets start reporting on this, it may force Jesse Lee to talk about it on his show. Might result in some good audio for me. Well, there you go. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Friday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. Love to hear from you, freaks, and there are many ways to contact the show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media, at Distorted View on Twitter and Instagram, facebook.com/distortedviewshow. You know all the ways to contact me at this point. Let's do a couple real quick voicemails and call it a week.
Hey, Timmy Boo. I'm Jasmine, and I came up with a dumbass conspiracy theory this morning.
All right.
And I thought I'd share it with you today. So you played Clay Clark, the dumbass who says that Satan is or Google Chrome is Satan's tool or whatever the hell he said. So my dumbass came up with this fucking idea that Clay Clark actually works for Bing. I don't know if you remember Bing at all, but it's like Google's shitty cousin. And Bing is trying to get people to use their stupid-ass search engine, and they figured the only people they could use would be,
conspiracy
stupid,
theory.
Crazy.
That's a good
nuts.
idea.
And so they hired Clay Clark to, focus or try and get people to use their stupid fucking service. But he went a little bit too far with the whole COVID misinformation shit and the adrenochrome or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And so now they're renegotiating his dumbass contract. And that's my dumbass conspiracy theory.
That's not bad, actually. I've heard worse theories. I mean, Microsoft was like, we got to carve out a niche, right? No one's using Bing. Let's get the crazy people to do searches. I've tried to use Bing. I've used Bing and I've used DuckDuckGo, and it's like, they're not good. They never give you the right results, like the best. Like you go to Google and you search for something, and like the top results are what you would expect. Like, oh, this is the information I want. This is a link that's relevant. But when it comes to Bing or even DuckDuckGo, and I want to like DuckDuckGo because they're privacy focused and everything. They're just shitty results. Work on your algorithm. Just a little friendly advice for you. Should be easy. Just fix that algorithm.
Hey, Tim. Turbo with Next here.
Hey, Turbo.
You were mentioning online adult personals in your Nocturnal Emissions show, and I have a source. I'll send you a message or email with the link or something.
Oh, okay.
I can also, just copy and paste a few, give you a taste.
Yeah, I was talking about how great Craigslist used to be with their personal ads, and I just couldn't find a good source for personal ads anymore, especially ones that I could get my mom to read. That she used to do a little segment on the show. We used to use as the intros and stuff.
It's like members only. You have to register a cell phone number with it. And
I can do that. I don't care.
But
I'll just use Lord Douche's number.
As long as you just use it for reading, you can...
All right, send that along to me if you haven't already. I mean, he sent this voicemail in back whenever we did Nocturnal Transmission, which I believe was April, right? Is that where I'm at with the voicemails?
Hey, Tim. I was just wondering what stocks you would recommend buying into and why you haven't added me on Facebook.
Well, I don't know who you are. I typically add everyone that wants to be my friend. But believe me, when it comes to my personal Facebook account, if you get out of line, I have no problem blocking you. I mean, you can join the Distorted View group, that's fine, or page. But if I add you as a personal friend of mine, you can't be posting all sorts of insane shit and being mean to me. Because, my mom reads that. My mom's on there, all my family, real friends and stuff. So you gotta, if you want to, pretend like we're real friends, that's cool. Just don't be a dick. As for stocks, I got to tell you, I didn't have much luck with stocks. You all remember the McDermott saga, right? So I thought I was playing it smart earlier this year. I'm like, I'm going to just put all my money in crypto. And that's not working out so well for me. So that's what I don't have any stocks right now. I do have some money in crypto. And by the way, my crypto of choice was Dogecoin. And my theory was this. This was right before Elon Musk was like going to buy Twitter. Then he announced he was going to buy Twitter. And I thought, well, this has got to do something for Dogecoin. Because I figured Elon would start tweeting about that. Because, he was the one that's always tweeting about Dogecoin. It barely moved, right? It didn't do anything. And then crypto crashed and, Dogecoin was like one of the first to fucking crater. As it was cratering, I moved all the money into regular Bitcoin, and that's still in the shitter. So once again, my financial wizardry is on full display here. For the love of God, don't do anything I am doing. Thankfully, I don't really have a lot of money in this stuff. I mean, at one point, it was worth like $400. Now, it's not even worth $200. I've lost more than half of my value. Can you imagine if I put my entire life savings into this, which I was considering at some point? You can't lose, man. To the moon. It's skyrocketing. It's like doubling every 6 months. I'll just, I'll put all my money in for a few months, take it out, earn a nice little profit. Glad I didn't go that route. All right, that is all the time we have on this edition of the program. Want you guys to email me, show@distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660. Oh, God, oh, God.
You cannot get rid of that cock. It's your very essence of being.
Spread the distortion. STD, tell all your friends about the show. Guys, thank you so much for a great week of programs. I'll be back on Monday to do this all over again. Until then, bye, everybody.
Have a great Friday, you motherfucker.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.